Welcome back to Brush Country Monsters. In this episode, we're in Alabama at the Chapel Hill Plantation with our good friend, Steve McKeon. Seth and Russell are there, and they're after 2 giant whitetails. Stay tuned for more Brush Country Monsters.
Chapel Hill Plantation, it actually looks a lot like the Midwest in some places. Coupled with big deer, stout place. And what a hunt here at Chapel Hill Plantation.
McWhorter Custom Rifles presents Brush Country Monsters.
Chapel Hill Plantation, located just outside of Lafayette, Alabama, owned by Steve McKeon and his son Ross, is just a first-class operation.
Been going there for about 5 years now, taking some great deer. Seth and I went last year, took some great deer. So we decided this year, we're gonna pay Chapel Hill Plantation another visit.
The deer Russell's gonna go after this year, been sharing some videos with him from trail cameras, and we watched him last year. So Russell fell in love with him, and he's gonna head down this way.
Steve McKeon's a great guy, and we've gotten to be pretty good friends over the years. He's seen me kill some big deer at Chapel Hill Plantation.
Hey Russell,
Good
good
to
to have you back, man.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
I am too. He's been showing up a good bit. We've got perfect weather today, so we're gonna go to the spot. He's been showing up some, and I think it may happen today.
The wind's good?
Wind's great. Wind's
Awesome.
great.
I got my right-hand gal with me. We're gonna go shoot the guns and
Good.
make sure everything's dialed in.
Yeah, we need to shoot the gun and make sure everything's good to go there, and we'll go to the range and see how good you are with the gun.
Let's do it.
In this hunt, I'm gonna be shooting a McWhorter Custom 280 Ackley, and it's a tack driver, let me tell you. About a 1/4 inch apart. Kicker better not come out there this afternoon because he's in trouble. This thing is on. That's not bad right there, Reno.
Oh, it's not.
I shot the ones on the left, he shot the ones on the right. I think that'll get the job done.
Heck yeah, it will.
That's pretty impressive for
That is impressive.
pulling it out of the box.
I never even shot the gun before, and that's impressive, real impressive.
How you like that trigger?
I love that trigger.
Let's go get the deer blind.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Well, it's a great deer hunting afternoon. We got overcast, it's cool. We're all in the blind, Seth, Isabella, and I.
Well, we're in the dish plot here at Chapel Hill Plantation. It's pretty special. I got my princess with me today, my little girl, my right-hand gal. We gon' get him shot this afternoon. Maybe we'll get lucky and he'll make an appearance.
The deer start piling out. Mind you, the rut is kicking in Alabama right now.
Where's the deer right there?
Well, the next thing you see is legs coming through the woods, and I knew it had to be a buck, and sure enough, out pops Kicker.
Oh yeah, that's our buck. That's Kicker. Oh yeah, that's our buck. It's Kicker. That's him. He's nudging that door around. Push him back in the wood. Dang it. He'll be back. He ain't going nowhere.
Brush Country Monsters is brought to you by McWhorter Custom Rifles, the most accurate hunting rifles in the world. Yeti coolers, built for the wild. Safari Club International Foundation, first for wildlife. Hoff Power Auto and Outdoor Stores. Over 50 years in Central Texas, and we couldn't have stuck around this long if we were steering you wrong. Chupacabra Rub. Shake it, rub it, love it. And Surge Pro, the best yield-enhancing foliar fertilizer on the market. Brush Country Monsters is brought to you by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue. Real Texas barbecue. SWAROVSKI OPTIK. See the unseen. Burger Bullets. Shoot better. Shoot burger. Hart Rifle Barrels. Unparalleled performance. Handcrafted one at a time. And John Burrell's High Adventure Company. The finest collection of big game wing shooting and sport fishing destinations in the world.
The does start piling out. A couple of them file out to the left, acting skittish, looking behind them, checking their back trail. Well, the next thing you see is legs coming through the woods, and I knew it had to be a buck, and sure enough, out pops Kicker.
Baby, there's our deer right there. Get ready. That's the one I'm gonna shoot, okay? Make sure you get your head on.
Well, he comes out, and I'm thinking to myself, hey, he's gonna feed in this green field a little bit. No, wrong. He checks every doe in the field pretty much. He's just constantly moving around back and forth, and I cannot get on him to get a shot. And by the time we get at an angle where we can shoot him, he's off the field and behind a doe. He exits the field and my heart sinks. I look through the binoculars and I can see he's got that doe pinned just inside of the woods, and he's kind of going back and forth. And then all at once she busts back into the field, and here he comes.
Hey. Why'd you get out there on the window? I can buzz it. Isabella, I'm fixing to kill it. Get ready. You got it. Got it. Right there. Are you ready? Right there.
Bam, 280 goes off. I look above the scope. He fell right in his tracks.
Man, that's awesome. Chapel Hill Plantation, thank you, Seth. I appreciate that more than you'll ever know. He chased that doe around in the wood line forever and finally come back out in the field. It's awesome, it's awesome. You had to sit sometime, didn't you? Thank you so much for coming with me.
You're welcome.
Is that fun? Look at that.
It's better than fun. It's super fun.
That's awesome.
We're all just tore to pieces. Isabella's tore all to pieces, and that made me proud. Seth's tore up, and we just can't wait to get out of this blind and go get our hands on Kicker.
That was amazing.
Isn't that awesome? Hey. Look at him. Look at that buck. That's a big buck, sweetie. Look at that buck. See, that's why we called him Kicker right there. Look at that. Chapel Hill Plantation. What do you think?
Awesome.
Is this deer hunting fun? We didn't have to sit that long this afternoon, did we? Great place to bring your kids here at Chapel Hill Plantation, Southern Alabama. Comfortable hunting. We was in a shooting box. Wind was in our favor over this green field. It's beautiful. Steve has sent me hundreds of pictures and videos of this deer, a deer we wanted to go after. I was fortunate enough to make a good shot to make order 280. I actually parked him with those 150 grain classic hunters. My first deer with it. Great buck, great hunt here at Chapel Hill Plantation.
Well, we have Kicker on the ground. Now it's Seth's turn.
With Russell's big buck down, you know, I was going to be able to come back in about 8 to 10 days and hunt. It was a little bit later, early in January. The weather was turning. It was a bit cold, but I had something else in mind for this hunt. This week, I'm going to be using my brand new McWhorter 45 caliber XML muzzleloader. In my opinion, this is the baddest muzzleloader on the planet.
Brush Country Monsters is brought to you by Big & J Long Range Attractants. The aroma is super strong, the range is super long. Revolution Safe Company, inspired by Pendleton. Rotating gun management made simple. Borden Accuracy, makers of the Rimrock, Alpine, and Timberline custom actions. Swagger, the bipod with moves. And New Breed Archery. No hype, just hunt.
Been talking with Seth about this deer we call Tips. I posted a video of him on Facebook working a scrape, and Seth saw it and really liked it. So Seth just called me up and said, "Man, that's the one, I think."
I've been seeing all those videos of this deer that you've been posting, and he's impressive. I mean, just big mainframe 8, big G1s, G2s.
Right. Yep. He's got some nice brow tines on
Yeah,
him.
he does.
Steve had gotten all kinds of trail camera pictures and videos of this deer we call Tips. In a green field he calls the clover plot. The blind is strategically located. To your left, you have about a 200-yard shot. Out in front, you have about a 200-yard shot. And to your right, you have about a 300-yard shot. We felt like if we just spent some time here, as many trail camera pictures as we had in this area, and there was a lot of rutting activity going on, we knew it was just a matter of time before he stuck his nose out in that green field in daylight hours. First afternoon out, we go to the clover plot. We get all settled in. We're not there long. Deer start moving. We're all settled in, just enjoying the afternoon. We have does all out in front of us. We're starting to see younger bucks. We see a couple of bigger, mature deer that just aren't deer that we want to take. We had our mind set on Tips, but he was just a no-show that first afternoon.
Day 2, it's 20 degrees. Can't kill him from the house.
Next morning, we decided we're going to go right back to the same place.
Got the 45 XML all loaded up and ready. This is it, the one right here.
We saw a couple of really great management deer on the ranch, but just not something we wanted to take that morning. On the way out, we grabbed one of the trail cameras. We got back to the lodge and looked at it. Sure enough, the night before, right after dark, Tips all in the green field chasing does. We felt like he's there. He doesn't think he's being hunted. Let's get back in the same spot this afternoon. Maybe he'll stick his nose out. Afternoon number 2. We saw this buck all last night on trail cameras. 3 different cameras starting about 7 p.m. So we know he's in the area. It's just a matter of time before he messes up.
I'm hoping he gets on the speed a little earlier tonight.
Yeah, I feel good about it.
Yeah.
Got a great wind, so.
Got a great wind. Still chilly. Warmed up today, so I'm hoping he got a good nap and he's ready to get rolling.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Just like on cue, I look out straight in front of me and a mature deer immediately steps out. I got up the SWAROVSKI binos, I looked at him, I immediately saw those big G1s, I knew it was him, I said, there's our deer.
Today we're going to talk about a real game changer. It's our 45 XML. You know, we've been making muzzleloaders for a long time, and we started out with a sabot gun, and we realized the limitations of that sabot, so we went to a bullet to bore gun. And this is our 45 XML, so the bullets start out at a 452 diameter, and there's size for each individual barrel, and we do all that. When you're through, you've got a gun that'll shoot black powder or smokeless, and with a smokeless charge, it'll shoot 2,750 feet a second with a 325 grain bullet. It's got over a 400 BC, so what that equates to is a muzzle energy of almost 5,500 foot-pounds, and at 500 yards, it's still got almost 2,300 foot-pounds. So this is a real game changer. We guarantee all these guns a half a minute. They come with our proprietary removable breech plug and our proprietary ignition cartridge that are reusable hundreds of times. The guns come with everything you need. They come with a hand primer, ignition cartridges, our funnel that you use to load the powder in that closes off all the muzzle brake ports. We give you powder charge holders, and we give you about 10 of the Pittman 325 Aeromax bullets. To say these guns are amazing is just an understatement. Seth and I just finished shooting these guns, and we shot an 1¼ inch group at 500 yards with them. I mean, they're just like a centerfire rifle. You're just limited to one shot before you have to reload. So we love them. If you want more information about us, give us a call, and we'll be glad to go over our whole 45 XML system with you. And that's our on-target tip of the week, brought to you by McWhorter Custom Rifles.
Our goal here at Chapel Hill Plantation is to see how big we can grow a buck here in the Southeast. To do that, we focused on 3 principles: genetics. We keep a real close eye on all of our deer here, and we try to remove the inferior bucks from the herd. We try to take several cull bucks out each year. Age, we try to grow our bucks to at least 5 years old before we even consider taking them out. And food source. We have several food plots, a lot of clover, different types of clover. We supplement feed. We got mineral blocks out. These deer have got plenty to eat, and they've got all the nutrition that they need. And all 3 of those are very important in trying to grow some really good deer.
So we get in the blind really early. We wanted to let everything settle down, just sit back and relax. We're watching deer. They're all around us. We got some does. We got some younger bucks. Just like on cue, I look out straight in front of me, and a mature deer immediately steps out.
That's our boy. That's him. Y'all get ready, okay? Yeah.
I'm on the gun, I'm trying to follow him, and I said to Russell, I said, I'm gonna stop him. That 325 grain bullet just hit home. I mean, right on the shoulder. I could immediately see blood coming out. I knew it was a lethal hit.
He's down. All right. I knew it was him immediately. Oh. What a deer. I love it. Love it. Never gets old. Never gets old. I know. I can feel my heart just pumping. I'm telling you. Look at that right sticking up. What a deer. What a deer.
You know, that 325 grain bullet hit home. I mean, you could just see the impact of that bullet hitting that deer in the chest. And as big and as tough as these animals are, he took every bit of it. You know, big high fives. We're all excited. Tips is down.
Look at all that blood. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this buck, Steve. Goodness gracious. Hold that for me. What?
Wow.
What an Alabama whitetail, guys. Look at the G2s. I mean, that G1, gosh, it's probably 10 inches.
I know it. Yeah.
What a buck. They've
Got
been
some character in it.
They have been rutting hard. I mean, he was, you know, this was his home. He was all over it. We've been hunting this deer hard. Last night, there were trail cam pictures of him all over the place. We knew he was here. It was just a matter of time, right?
Yep.
And this is the way I love to do. I love to hunt a deer.
Yeah, he was circling this field last night, but he just wouldn't come out. So.
Absolutely. Folks, Chapel Hill Plantation, what an incredible place. We always have a great time when we come out here. Our buddy Russell Knight, he had his daughter out. He shot a great buck a few weeks ago. I was very fortunate to be able to film that for him, and he returned the favor and came out and filmed me shoot this awesome buck. We have a fabulous time every time we're out here. Steve, we love your place.
Great.
You've done a great job here. If you want to book a hunt at Chapel Hill Plantation, look them up on their website. You'll love it.
2 great bucks for Russell and I to finish out our season at Chapel Hill Plantation. Great times with great friends. You know, every time we go there, it's such a ball. I promise you, you'll have the same experience we had. Check it out, Chapel Hill Plantation. You'll love it.
That 45 XML is a beast, isn't it? Nicely done. Until next week, always remember, keep God and family first.